welcome back to the second part of this tutorial. If I double click on this button now, enter the following lines of code. Those are the lines of code for the arithmetic functions or for the arithmetic operators. So that's that out of the way as well. And let's deal with the declare. So in the case of declare, we can just say lbl display dot text equals, let's just make that 0 anyway. That's it. That's declare because there's a 0 in there, so it just becomes 0 right there. Okay, we also need to take care of the decimal place and the backspace. So double click on the backspace and enter those lines of code for the backspace. Can you guys see that? Those are the lines of code for the backspace. And the next thing is to enter this lines of code for the decimal place. Those are the lines of code for the decimal place. Okay. And finally, let's take care of the equals. So I can always say second number equals lbl display dot text. Okay, let's use the if statement. If operator equals that, which is the plus sign, then answer equals first number plus second number. Then we can then say lbl display itself will then store whatever content is inside answer into lbl display, and that is that done. That's for the plus. So just copy that, scroll right down, else if is subtraction, that becomes subtraction. Copy that. Now repeat exactly the same thing for multiplication sign there, and one more, one for the division sign. And that is all for the calculator. So if I run the calculator now, let's see what will happen. That's fine. You can see there's a display here. Okay, multiply that by that, and there. So that is, well, this is not working as expected. This should go off as well, so let's take care of that. Alright, okay, let's go back and take care of this. So I need to know the name of this. So right in there I have a display in here somewhere, so it's called lbl something. So double click on that and just come here and say lbl show calculator dot text equals clear there. So that's taken care of. So if I run that now, that's it, clear. If I click on clear, that's it, fine, it's working as expected there. Okay, I will also need the clear sign. Where is it? Right here. Copy that. I'm gonna need it inside the plus sign, so inside the equals. So take it, let's enter it right there. Okay, so if I run this program now, this times this equals that. You see that goes. Okay, that's much better. And we can always backspace. Alright, that's fine. Okay, that's fine now. Now exit, and let's continue with the rest of the program. Okay, there's something I would like to draw your attention to. If I click on this backspace, you see that's gone. There's supposed to be a 0 there. Okay, so you see that shouldn't happen. So let's take care of that. Let's come in here, double click on that, unclick. Let's change the events. We come here, change the method to text change, something like that. Yeah, I think is this. Yeah, right. So just enter the following lines of code. If it's 0, this should become this. So let's see. So if I enter that and just click everything away, that's it. That's fine. That's taken care of. Good. Okay, let's see here the property. Just check the alignment. Yeah, let's put it center. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, that's much better. Alright, the calculator is all taken care of now, so all I just need to do is to complete the design of 3 group box. Okay, let's continue with the rest of the interface design. So first thing first, let's just paste that in there. Okay, cut all of this off. Paste them right here. Bring it down. Okay, that's about that. Just move this down a little bit more. Alright. Okay, that's about right. Let's see the other one here. Bring it down there. And just move this across. Yep, that's fine. Now, we need a database. So, let's go to, maybe, let's just save this. Let's save this first file. Let's save it as online underscore order. Saved. Okay, now we need the Explorer, the Solution Explorer. Right click on the Solution Explorer, add new item. Okay, now scroll right down and select local database. Let's give that a name. I think we should call it order. Yeah, that's fine. Call that order underscore systems. That's the name of our database, and click on add. Click on next and select finished. Now the next thing we're going to do, double click on it. Okay, there we have a table. Right click on the table, select create table. So in there we just call it order. That's the name of the database. Maybe order system without an X. So the next thing here is enter customer's name, customer underscore name, followed by, let's go for customer telephone number, customer phone. Then we have order date, order underscore time, and here we have quantity 1, quantity 2, quantity 3, then followed by unit price 1, unit price 2, unit price 3, and the next one will be subtotal. That will be subtotal 1, subtotal 2, subtotal 3. And we also have order underscore sub underscore total, and all the tax that you will have to pay, then total itself there. Okay, so I'm not going to set any primary key, that's fine. I'll just leave it the way it is. Telephone number, if you want to maximum character, maybe that should be we can enter 11 for the length of character. Anyway, make that 11. Yeah. And dates, I will not be selecting date and time because I would just like I prefer the system to generate that, so I'll just leave it like that and click on OK there. So the next thing I will now do is go back to my data right here, select add new data source, click on next, and that's my data source right there. click on next. Those are the information. Can you see that? Now select it all and click on finish. Okay, now we need to see our data, so show data source. Click on that, and that is the data source right there. Drop this down. Okay, now that is the data grill itself, so I need that right in here inside order right there. So drag that and drop it in here. There, that is for my order, and bring this down. Okay, that will be for official purpose. Okay, the next one, it will be details. With the details, I need the following information here. So let's come down, let's drop down the details. Okay, I need customer name up here, the telephone number here underneath here, and I need date, time here, unit price, okay, then we need subtotal, there, and finally here we're gonna need the following here. We need order subtotal, tax, and total there. So if I run my program now, this is how the whole system will look like. It's not as beautiful as the previous one because I need to now carry out some modification on it. Okay, let's close that. Okay, that is that done. So I will now just select all of these. Let's select them, maybe select all of it together, and this as well. Click on property right there and just change the font to something readable. Maybe go for bold and make it about 18. Alright, that's how the system is looking now. So I'll now work on it and get back to you guys. Okay, so let's just make it look more presentable, then I'll get back to you guys. Okay, after the modification, this is how the whole system is looking right now. If I run it, and that's how it's looking. Okay, so I've just enlarged the text boxes. They are all from the database that was created, but this needs to be enlarged as well. Okay, all of those information here, all of the components here are from the show data table that you saw earlier on, just right here. There they are. If I click on this now, you see it. That's it. There they are. I only just drag and drop. Alright, let's close that. We don't need that anymore. So the next thing I will do now is let's double click on this total and enter the following lines of codes. Those are the lines of code for total right there. Let me close this so that you can see it. That's it right there. So if I run this program now, enter some value in there, you can always click on this. Okay, we have an error, so let's check that out. The reason why we have an error there is because if I run the program, I might as well just explain that. And enter whatever value in here. If I don't enter any value in here, I will always end up with an error. Okay, look at that. So the best way out for it is, let me get all of these components. So let's get all of these here. So on form load, come right in here, click on that. On form load, here's my form load, double click on the form itself. Okay, on form load, the following should have as follows. Let's say that'll be equals 0 there. So I'm going to repeat the same thing for the rest components. So that equals 0 equals 0. So there will be 0 in all. That will take care of that error. So if I run the program, what you guys will see first is they all have a 0 apart from this very one. So let's get that one sorted as well. So that one is number 1. Okay. Yeah, that should be number 1. Just change the number to 1 there. So they all have 0 in them. So if I click, I expect to click on it and be able to enter whatever data. So if I click on this, that's 0. So supposing there's some value in here, okay, and that's what we get. But we need to devise a way when we click on it, the zeros should disappear. So okay, let's continue. So the total is working as expected. Now the next thing is let's work on the, okay, that's good. Let's work on the reference. So with the reference, double click on total. In fact, I need the name of this. Get the name of that out right there. Double click on total to get the reference number. The total equals, let's make that random. Okay, let's say multiply that by 32,000 plus. Alright, that should be equals really. Okay, so if I run the program and click on my total right there, you see the reference number is generated. Okay, that's out of the way. The next thing I need now is I need date and time. Let's get the names of those. Date and time should go with total as well. Get that date and paste that in here. Dot text equals today there. Now we need this time. Come up here, get that, copy, come in the code right here. I just want you guys to see all of those codes. Paste that in there. Dot text equals time of day there. So the date and time is taken care of. Reference, dates and time. So if I run it, click on total, that's it. All of them is taken care of. Okay, so I'll just call this the end of this second tutorial. So I'll see you guys back in the final session of this program.